name's Kemi Falarin, and at Free to Talk, we're a counselling service that provides you psychodynamics and person-centred counselling. So here at Free to Talk, we provide a safe environment for you, a place where you can come free of judgment, but most importantly, a place where you can come and express yourself, where you can dig deep, uproot, and rediscover who you are. Because within inside all of us, we have the resources, the answers, and the potential to help us reach our full potential. So if you are interested in counselling, give us a call today, drop us an email, because we're here ready to help you.
Alright, boom, done know the MySpace. Pick up yourself 9565. Book right there. You don't know, listen, this is probably one of the most anticipated interviews that you got your own mic now, you know. So I don't want to hear nothing like in terms of, I don't hear that. You can move it, you can do whatever you want. Look,
why should I have to do anything?
No, but I don't want to hear nothing like, Max is too loud, but Shan ain't loud and all this. I don't want to hear that. That's just jarring me up. So you got your own mic now, so I don't want to hear nothing. All your crunches will be your crunches and everything like that. But big up yourself. Come. 20, what? Episode what?
21.
21. What does it mean?
I don't know, legal.
You didn't research that proper. We should be doing that proper. Think of something quick.
Blessed and highly favoured.
So dead. The same thing all the time. You know that there's always been a person that you've looked up to. I'm going to say that. Not idol, but looked up to. Like, respected, watch. And I'm like, this guy, I'm proper inspired, motivated in all aspects. And I'm like, yeah. And this is where we just had a conversation as he came here today. Like, and I'm like, wow, but that's him and all over. So I didn't judge him for that. But he's that kind of person that you want to get to know him, but he ain't going to give you that. Just give you what you get and that's it. So I'm like, this man's moving, but you know what? I respect it. I respect it.
You have no choice but to.
I'm saying. But at the same time, I'm watching everything. You know, I'm not even trying to find nothing on him, but nothing. He's the first brother, because I don't read books. I don't like books. I don't read books. I'm going to lie.
You don't like books?
At a particular time in my life, I didn't read books. I didn't say the point of it. Like, I feel the best universe of life. Don't need to. There's enough things going on in the world that I can learn off the
okay,
BBC.
But your viewpoint has changed now.
Get me? Yeah.
Okay, good.
He done one speech thing. This way important how people relate to people, innit? He done one that will motivate. I was like, wow, this man's alright stuff. Yeah. And then he's like, I got a book, sold the book, I bought the book, read the book straight because I was inspired by what he was going. I wanted to know everything in the book, innit? I read the book. I was like, hold on. But now I'm reading the book. That led me on to Mobb Deep's book.
Okay.
Yeah. Indirectly, it led me on to Mobb Deep's book, then Mobb Deep's Prodigy. Then I read Prodigy's book, and then I started reading books from there. So that's when I started to really go into books. Then I read Marcus Garvey, and I was just doing the most. But it started from Street By. It started from that book. No word of a lie. From Scotland to this. I was like, what, this man to Scotland? Yeah. Like, anyway. But now, big up Gwenton. Hey, thanks for coming through. Trial and tribulations. Late though. Oh my diddy days, we're sitting there like, we just do our own pod, babe. We just do our own pod. Ban him.
Disclaimer, thanks for having me first and foremost.
Nah, 100. No, it's an honour, bro. You don't know how much it's an honour to have you in our presence.
Listen, I could have got mugged on the way here.
Is it?
Yeah?
You're good, man. Nah, trust me. I put all the Simons out. Everybody knows you're coming true. It's nothing.
The only thing was the foxes, but you told me Thursday.
Nah. Why for that?
Thursday.
I said, you said either the 17th or the 19th.
Yeah.
Then I said, nah, the 17th. That time.
Yeah.
Boom. Yeah. And then by accident, I cut and paste the wrong
Thursday.
thing and put Thursday, 17th or Thursday. But at the same time, it still had the same date.
Man will hold the late. I hold the late.
Yeah, but you late though still. And I was panicking and all that. Ain't gonna come, you know.
Late night show.
No. It's proper. It's about 3 o'clock in the morning, like. Shan don't come get up these hours. But it's mad. I'm so honoured to have you here. You know what it is? I don't want, I could do the Wikipedia thing and come with this bio thing, innit? I said, no, ban that. Like, you say your own bio because you know it can be manipulated and all kind of madness and you can read. And I said, nah, I actually want to hear your bio.
You could actually even go on there and edit it yourself.
That's it.
A lie.
Yeah, the Wikipedia can do that.
And there's certain people that you pay, and they will go on there and put whatever
when you
you
need
want
it.
on there. Yeah. So if you've got a link, most people get their agent or their publicist to put whatever they want on there. So if you want to say you're a movie star and winning awards,
Come on now. Put
or
more on
even
there.
though no one can't find the awards that you won,
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
put it on there.
Also, you
So
can do that and get blue tick.
No, not in that sense, but whoa.
11. What is
Did
it?
you know that? Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
We used to do it back in the day at school, change people's Wikipedia,
Yeah,
like Will
yeah,
Smith,
yeah.
quick, change it. But it'll change back
Go
quick.
back. Yeah.
But you can change
Oh, well,
it.
they reviewed.
Yeah, don't play with them things.
They'll quickly delete it after. So even if you put something up there which they can't fact check, then they'll delete it. It will say deletion on whatever day, and then put the day that. it's
Okay.
Like, you can pull it up there, screenshot it,
Okay.
and then boom.
And
No,
then
I
take it,
didn't
yeah,
know.
You know what I'm saying? But nah, your bio though, man. Like, if you go into like, what is it? If you're going to interview like for a job and that, you don't do them things there. You get it. But
Your
you get it.
resume.
Yeah, your resume. What would your what's your bio saying?
If we're just talking job wise, we could look at, let's say, about first job I had. I used to drive them vans for IKEA,
Which ones?
the big ones. So I used to do deliveries.
Okay, household goods.
Yeah,
Mm.
and all that.
And then deliver up bare stairs and that.
And then when you get there, the person's credit card ain't working, and you have to bring them back down the stairs.
Them days with the credit card where you do the thing like that, innit?
Yeah. And then after that, I was working for, I think, what is it? Morbin Kitchen and Dolphin Bathrooms.
Yeah.
And then
Gone now.
again, same thing, bringing it up the stairs. One tile's broken, then you have to bring it all back down and all of that. So yeah, that was the first job. Then from there, I was working in a school in Rushcroft by Walthamstow Dog Track Secondary School. And that was a reality shock for me. That was the first time that I learned that people get paid like £1,100, like a normal job.
Okay.
Yeah. Because when
Okay.
you're
It's just
doing-
bare hourly thing and all that. You're like, what?
it's a set wage a month, £1,100. When you do the delivery job, I think it was after 1 or 2, it becomes double. So you wake up 5 in the morning, everyone's asleep, you're up, and then you finish work about 2 o'clock if you're lucky. Just stay away from, I think it was Hanger Lane or Croydon. Any deliveries for Croydon, you dash it in the back of the van and make up some excuse why you can't reach the Croydon. When the man tomorrow has to bring it or he don't want to bring it, and then when you come back, you still have to go Croydon. So yeah.
So you went from delivery driving to working at a school.
Yeah, what happened?
Oh,
is
what's the age though? Young
I
thing.
was my first job. I must admit, I was about 14,
Okay.
and a friend of mine
You allowed a job at that age? I want to be there.
Listen,
No way.
back in the day-
No money, no job.
down West End, they were hiring you. Yeah, I'll give you a job. So I got a friend called Roderick, and he was already working down there. He's a year older than me, so I think he must have told them I'm 15 as well. And like he's 15 the beginning of the year. I'm in October, so
Okay,
you know
okay.
by December we're the same age.
Same.
I was younger, so gone to next now, and I'm there, and they're like, "Yeah, fold the clothes." I'm like, "Yo, I'm not doing that. Get me another thing to do there." And my man's folding it. I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?" So I'm saying, "No, I'm not doing that." So they're like, "All right, we got another easier job for you." So I'm like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." So like, come outside and hold the sign. I'm like, "I'm not holding no sign." I stood there like for 10 minutes, and I just dropped the sign on the road and jumped on the train and went on.
Oh gosh.
Because I'm like, is this what work is about? And I just thought, you know what, this is long. I can't do this. But I respect a man that
Pride
can
over
go.
pay.
Yeah. And he had money. Like,
No, I can't respect a man that holds a sign. I can't. Sign and traffic wardens. Can't respect them.
But if you look, there was an option to fold the clothes.
I would have folded.
So as soon as someone touched the clothes, you have to fold it back. So everything has
Is
to be in
look,
a
yeah.
certain way.
Yeah, it's visualizing.
And I'm like, so every time someone's hand touch you have to quickly pat it in a certain way. And of course,
ready for
give
the
it a
next
flick.
person
And
that
I'm
comes.
like, yeah, I don't want to flick no shirt for the whole day. You know, one of them ones. Because from young, I've had that thing where if I don't want to do something, I ain't doing it. Even if it meant I got beats at home, I'm not doing it. You understand?
But that's not the best attitude, right?
To be honest, my dad will tell you from young, I've always been hard-headed.
Okay.
You understand? It's just something built in me where...
So that's a good. Cause
Yeah.
this is mad, you know. Because see, this is gonna flip everything. It's gonna I might have to cut and paste it, but now we're gonna do it real, innit? As it's in my head. Remember I said I was gonna go we're gonna go meet a youth.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is they want us to mentor the shoot introduction thing. How are we gonna do this? Let him come to our studio, let him mingle. They're gonna take him in taxi, bring him wherever.
Yeah.
They've organised all that. We've turned up, no you. We phoned they said, oh yeah, he's at home, he's in his bed still. Phoned the carer who was with at the time, which was I believe was his mum's his dad's sister, whatever. I'm like, alright, cool, what's going on, girls? He ain't getting up.
To his bed.
But what I didn't do, remember I read, I don't usually read
I don't read that.
the information that comes, but I did read it. I actually said, what, let me just try and read it. Big pages, like, just stacked like this. Stamped with Lambeth on it, you know what I mean? Everything on there, but it's just a big dossier. I was thinking, how much they got on this you?
Yeah.
Anyway, the one thing that stood out for me was that particular thing you just said.
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it,
he's not
he ain't doing it.
Yeah.
And I thought, that stuck in my head. So when I'm talking, I said, put the youth on the phone, because I'm vexed now because they're wasting my time.
God.
I said, put the phone to his ear because he's under his bed sheets, isn't it? And I said, listen, blood. I tried to speak
the language.
Trying to do the thing, and hopefully you can do it. And I said, what's he saying now? He ain't moving. What? Yeah, that is interesting that you said that.
There's, you know what it is? It's sometimes in life you realise that it's not even something you're doing on purpose. It's something built in you. It's like, no. And no means no. And what I've learned is it's a protective factor in my life. Because it's like me and you will be friends today, but call me tomorrow and I don't want to talk to you tomorrow. I'm not picking up the phone. Because whatever's in me has said enough of you for the week, I'm done. You know what I know what it is? It's like that with everything. It's like zero tolerance to a point. And I think that if a lot of people would look at it and think, right, you're a bit strange, or that's been you from the beginning. You understand? And my dad will tell you the same thing. It's like, if I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. Regardless what happens. Even if we go to the cliff and it's dark, I'm jumping. Don't have to come, but I'm jumping. Whatever happens, I'm going to jump. You know what I mean?
No, because I'm thinking you were 14, right? Opportunity to start making money on it. You're still young. So the level of, let's say, not authority over you, but whoever was your supervisor or whatever, saying, all right, this is what we want you to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't want it.
You know what it is? It's like, if they said to me every half an hour, then fold them back and put them there, I would have kind of worked with that. But it was that whole thing of, you go in a shop, you touch your t-shirt, you touch this, or they drop on the floor, you pick it out, you drop it on the top. I'm now the guy in the shop, neatening them up, and I'm like, that can't even happen to me at home, you know what? Much there. One of the things as well, I must say, I had a stepbrother that was 2 years older than me.
Right.
So he's already 16, finished school. So because of that, I'm now privy to certain things that my 14 and 15-year-old friends ain't privy to.
Right.
I'm out late. I'm seeing how certain older people behave, and they've got that, you owe me, so it was like, so to be respected here, you have to be, I'm not tolerating this. A man's working for you, come back £20 short. Go find the £20
quickly.
And you realize, this is where the respect come from, because although a man will laugh at you, when it comes at time, laughing time cut off, and it's serious. And that's something that I learned from early. You understand? It's like, right, cool. So when I said
that, so you do that, because I'm saying to Shan, like, she's very too nice, she's nice. I said, if you start to like be more assertive and be more like, you'll change, but you can't do it.
No, I have put that
and
on
I can't do it either. I feel bad sometimes.
No, you have your moments, like you can.
He gets upset. I've seen him. What he does, he'll go somewhere where he don't want to be there, and he gets mad, and he does this walk. You know what he's mad? He does this walk. Like, I don't really want to be here, but whatever. But you know what? I could be both. It's like some people get to see the nice side of me to the point where they take liberties. You know, like where you don't know how to say no to certain people, where It's like you've called me and I know you're going to want something, but I still answer the phone knowing you're going to want something.
Okay.
Because if I don't answer, I know you're going to ask me, oh, come you didn't answer. And that's like one or two friends you might have, but they still want, if it's not your time or whatever, and you're like, rah. And the next thing as well, I don't know what I give off. And please stop doing it after watching this. I don't know what I give off, but I get enough like male brethren think I'm their therapist. I don't know if you get the same thing where a man, because I don't chat people's business, a man will come tell me the most darkest thing that's going on in their life. And I'm like, yo, I don't really want to know that. You know?
But why do you not?
But then it's like not a compliment in the sense of they see you as a safe space,
Yeah.
or not only just that, a trustworthy confidant.
Yeah, but you know what it is? If it's once, yeah, you could do with it. But you know when a man starts giving you stuff you don't even want now, it's like once in a while, yeah, it's cool, but it's like, you remember last year I told you, and I'm like, I don't want to have to remember all your madness. You know, one of them one. I'm not your counselor. If you're about to do something, don't ring me and talk through the darkness with me. So then, I'll give you an example. Like a man, me and your missus is cool.
Mm.
If you're going to do something, don't ring me. 'Cause I don't want to know, because I don't want to see your missus and feel uncomfortable
Yeah,
because I know what you're
Come on
thinking. And that's the position I don't like when man put me in that position, because like I don't want to see your woman and feel
110.
uncomfortable because you've
110.
told me you're going up the road to do
yeah,
something
yeah,
off
yeah,
key,
yeah.
and I'm like, brother, allow it. But why do you feel me? Go find someone else to tell that to.
That could be you though, man. That could be just the way you.
I don't
I people tell me, love people keep. Well, they're not confident. They go through you now, obviously, but like people always come to me with their thing, and I don't know why, but it's just the way it's been. And I've always been a thing that's a sponge that's soaking it. But then it comes to a point of where enough is enough now. You especially when you're still in the same rut.
Yeah, like people will come to me with things that they think that are quite
always,
relatable.
every time in your shop,
but
all
no
the
one
time.
comes to me with things that are, let's say, distasteful, or things that they just know I'm not
You're
about.
not gonna, yeah. And that's what I want to put out tonight. No more distasteful
Right,
stuff.
that's cool then. We do with that one. We deal with that one.
Yeah.
No, with it. Alright, so your bio, like what I was saying your bio, because what it was, me and Shab was like, wow, what are we gonna speak? There's so many angles we can speak to you about, like your book, where we
everything links in, and this is something that I sat down and I said to someone in the week. I said, look, every move I make, even though it looks like, how does that link to that? Every step that I've made has been to complement the step that I made before. Like, look, I've left the next job. I've done the van job. Even though the van job was better than the school job, I wasn't happy doing that. Because I'm waking up at mad hours. Money's good. I don't want to chase the money.
Right.
Because if I chase the money, it's like me going back to my old life where the money then becomes the disease. You understand?
Yeah.
So I want to be doing something where I'm happy and filling me up, where I don't want to go and, oh yeah, I want to make $1,000 today. Because then next week I want to make the $1,000. And the more money you make, somehow the money disappears as well.
And more problems.
Yeah, or more people need help or something. But so every step I've made from there has always been. After that, I then went and I became a manager in Hackney of a gangs project called Makeda Weaver Project. From there, I then start networking. I'm meeting the head of council in Southwark, head of council in Lewisham, Islington. What's the next step from there? Set up my own thing. But if I didn't go and do that, I wouldn't have had the experience and understand even the politics of even being in the workplace, the corporate politics. Like now, for example, we just had Christmas. Enough people have gone out doing funny things on Christmas parties with managers because you want to keep your job when? In March. But March is coming, so you're going to kiss the manager at Christmas so he remembers to put you at the front of the queue in March.
Don't you miss all them things, them politics there? Man?
What?
Gosh.
The worst thing is when you go to a Christmas party, you know, and people have like one drink and voice start get louder. 2 drink, they start act like you and them are best friends. See, by the time we get to the 4th or 5, you best remove yourself. You understand? Before someone start bust a kiss on you.
Times. Nah, it was the whole. This is what I'm saying. The whole element of you being very strategic, and I've been watching for a long time. I'm thinking.
Sometimes you ring me and I laugh.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Because you'll be like, I see what you just done there, and I'm laughing. I'm like, why man gets this? But
Nah, it's a proper strategic.
Yeah. Other people won't get it. Like, they'll ring me. I got certain people ring me and like, why did you just do that? And I'm like, can't you see how it matches up to what I just done?
Yeah.
Like, for example, a lot of people thought that I wanted to be a politician. I didn't want to be a politician. At the time I was going through something, the only way I could war back the people that I'm warring with is to go and get a seat in government. You understand? So like, all right, you want to stress me out, I'm going to teach you a lesson. But at the same time I'm teaching you a lesson, I'm also changing the algorithm on Google search. Do you understand? So when you Google me now, you're seeing candidate.
Yeah.
So whatever you put out there, I'm wiping that with my election thing. Because if someone wants to do business with you, what's the first thing they're going to do?
Google.
LinkedIn or Google.
Yeah.
So when they're seeing, oh, this guy's running elections, I'm now different to every other guy out here. You could do whatever you want to do, write books, do movies, whatever. I'm going in the government. Which one of us have we seen from where we've come from going into the government? And I'm still talking, I'm not demasculating myself, I'm not trying to look
nothing.
I'm me. You understand? So
I thought you were going to take out the go-to.
No,
like, what's man?
Listen.
No man to take out that. I said, you still got it. Yes. And he's wearing trainers with the suit.
But you're lucky I didn't go barefoot because that's what I wanted to do. You understand? I wanted to do
Man went to the move to Baruch.
No, he took control of the narrative.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. And what I was saying to everyone is, listen, what you need to learn to do is keep your garden clean. So when anyone comes to check you, you're ready. And that's all I was trying to teach the community, you know. I whistle blew or stood up for a 7-year-old that died in Lewisham, Joel Uri, where a lot of people didn't understand why I'd done that. At the time, I had a 7-year-old daughter. So for me, it was like, how am I going home when someone else has lost their 7-year-old because of negligence? And it was a simple thing as, if a family calls for help because one of the children are being hurt, you're meant to give a fireproof letterbox, treat all calls as urgent. What that means is if you call 999 from your address, the minute your address flags up, police are coming there fast.
Come on, man.
Wherever they are, priority to this address. The final procedure is a fireproof letterbox because a lot of people are getting burnt out their house and all that instead of gang behavior. So because that didn't happen, when the people went and threw whatever they threw through the letterbox, the house burnt through straight away. So because the house burnt through, the family had no choice but to jump out the window. So the mum and the sisters jumped out the window, but the son's autistic. So obviously for him, even though mum's saying jump into my arms, he's thinking, boy, I might get hurt if I jump there. So he ended up losing his life in the bedroom. So for me, when a 16 or 17 or 20-year-old died, remember, I've been doing this day in, day out. I see the dead bodies, I see the murderers, and that's the part of this job which people think is simple. So I will be working with the murderer and the victim, and I'm having to move both families at the same time. So the person that's done the murder, I now have to move their family and their friend that's scared they're going to get killed. Also, the parent that's lost a child might not feel comfortable and want to move. So you're moving. You're moving both families. So when that happened, I said to them, yo, like that could have been prevented. As I said, normally when it's a 16, 17, 20-year-old, it's that boy, next you dead. Or if you're over 20,
a certain
25,
age, it doesn't
no
hit
one really
you the
cares.
same.
You're just a number. You're not even a name again. So when that happened, obviously certain people, their jobs was at stake and career and whatever. So they pulled off certain activities, which I'm still in the pipeline now, waiting to be compensated for.
Come on now.
And in the middle of that, I was told by my legal team is, you need to find a distraction. You cannot be emotionally entangled in this fight because it could take years to deal with this. So I met up with a party called People Before Profit. And they were a party that would lie down in the road like Extinction Rebellion.
Yeah.
You understand? Block off the traffic and everything else. And when they found out what was going on, they're like, "What? You want us to lock off the roads for you? This ain't happening." So I was like, "No, because they're gonna know it's me you're doing it." They're like, "No, we're gonna do something, whether you like it or not." So they've gone in the library and done a silent protest. I didn't know you could do that. So they sat there and peacefully pretending to read books. They didn't leave. When it's clone time, like we're doing a protest. And I said, how do I pay them back for this? Because, come on, you have gone harder than my own so-called community. And that's something I learned with the community. People were scared. Because it was like, boy, what you're dealing with there is set on fire. You understand? So people stood back. I said to a lot of people, look, what I'm dealing with right now, I don't want to even bring you next to me. Because this is serious heat. This ain't play school thing. This is people going through your dustbin in the night, burgling, breaking into your bank.
They're trying to discredit.
They've gone to HMRC, digging up my tax record for 10, 15 years. Like any wrong move I've done, even if I had a cousin that is a roadman, when your cousins are ringing you, you're like, don't even ring me again because I don't even want to be connected to you. So family functions, I'm not going because I'm feeling like you're following me around and I'm not even driving my car. I'm in an Uber lying down on the back seat. They've got me moving like I'm on road. So I needed a distraction. So that's why I ran the first election in Whitefoot and I came fourth. So the Green Party decided that they weren't going to stand against me and I came fourth. After that, I thought, I've done what I've had to do. The case dropped. So went court. After 6 days, the judge like, get out of here, pay the man his money. So they paid me a little change for all my time because that's something a lot of people don't know. When cases get thrown out of court, every penny you spent visiting your solicitor or traveling to court, you get that back straight away. So
immediately,
the court signs that off. They, as you're in there, they start tapping up. You understand? If you drove there, if you took Uber, you have to pay for every Uber trip and all that. So they paid for that. And then it was now to come to the sum of whatever it happened. I'm looking at 3 years legal fees. And the legal team that I've got, they're the principal lawyer of the firm. So when you've got the head of the firm representing you, you're getting slapped with the change comes.
So you've gone from the politics, you've gone through working, normal, you're a parent, all these titles you've got, that you've gained. Whether through all, you're being strategic about it, doing your own thing, I get it. But what my main thing at the moment is that we're in like a mad place at the moment in this blasted world that we're living, And I'm blatantly want to know. So I'm basing you going through being in the politics because you've been exposed to certain things, to teaching, to the workplace, to the everything, parents, boom, boom, boom. Who's to blame for what I go on with these youths?
I think it's a mixture of stuff. The system and the structures are set up as a trap for some parents and children to be destroyed. I'm going to use that word. It's a harsh word. To be destroyed within.
So there's one. But I always think, is there one dude in one room? Literally, it's like, like really, there's one person orchestrating. Who's orchestrating?
I wouldn't say one person, but there's a set of people from the old school that the way that the system's set up is beneficial to them. So they might be in their 80s now, about to fade out. So let's say then you've got a group of 80, 90-year-olds that are still controlling this country from back in the day on every platform, on every level. And I'm talking about the police, the NHS, the government, everything. Until that tier group of older people disappear, we're not going to see change.
But isn't it them passing it down though as well?
No, it's, how can I say?
What's the next bit?
Yeah, if they pass it down in a sense where they don't feel threatened and they actually want to see change. All right, I'll give you an example then. Each murder costs nearly £4 million. So
each murder, big man. No, bro.
Each murder. Every time you see someone be murdered here, is £4 million. So let's say a button gets pressed, £4 million.
Mm-mm.
Yet then, they would say that they haven't got money for the basic needs. Why have we got so much food banks if you're able to access £4 million? If we look at military funding, they can find
£4 million to do what, big man? I don't get it.
to do an investigation from start to end.
Okay.
That's also depending on how many co-defendants there are. That's also depending on if there's a retrial. So if the case has to start again, the funding has to start again. If they have to do autopsy and you're not happy, every single person on that trial can demand an autopsy. So if there's 4 of us on a murder case, 4 of us can demand that body be checked 4 times.
That's where the money's coming
The
from.
money is going.
Right.
Also as well, something that a lot of people don't know about, it's called the POCA Fund.
The what?
POCA Fund.
Like Pucker.
Yeah, Proceeds of Crimes Act. When a drug dealer or a criminal is arrested, their assets go. Whether it's their house, their Rolex, their money. That should be reinvested back in the community, and it's not.
Well, where's it going? Where's that money going? I was always curious. Like,
The police use that money to kick people's doors off
okay,
and pay you for working late and probably buying new cars and vans and
them new
pizza
X-Files and
bikes
that.
and-
No, that just an undercover thing. You know what? So
places like Dorset, they give the money back to the community. So the same way how we might be here helping the community by giving them knowledge, you could have then accessed that pot of money because of what you're doing is benefiting the community. It's like the Grenfell Fund. I remember they were giving away money for Grenfell, but it was for people to plant pots. So you will see these people running around doing plant pots or gardening, not knowing that they've accessed some funding which they've fell into the category because they're saying, oh, this is healing by planting the plant pots. But because you wouldn't know the language to use to get that money, those people will continue getting that money. And then when you go and ask them, where's the money being spent? They will tell you all of these groups that they're funding. But people, normal people in the community won't know about that funding's available.
So you're saying that the whole system, until then people in the 80s die off or whatever, you must see a gap. You must say where is the power mostly? Is it just with the community or is it with this whoever who's holding the?
That is one of the problems, but I think the biggest problem is trust. I think
In who? Us as people.
in the community, and when we talk about community, it's very large and broad because you then have sections of the community, whether you're Caribbean, whether you're African, whether you're light skinned, whether you're dark skinned. You understand? Whether you got cool hair or your hair's hard. There's so much different.
That's still going.
That goes on. Yeah.
My God, you're telling me about colorism the other day. Colorism is still going.
Of course it's going on.
I'm like,
Yeah,
what's
I went to a little lunch date and
Yeah.
my friend said to me, she said, oh, what did she say again? She said, oh, I have light skin privilege.
You.
Me? I was like, what?
Right.
She got defensive quick though.
Yeah.
She got defensive quick.
Because-
I said you have. You have.
But this is the thing. It's like I've got dark skin privileges, which I'm loving it now. When we were growing up, it was like we had to sit there,
Yeah.
and the light skin guys, they were amazing. Now, dark skin guys are
Chocolate
amazing
in
to
now,
the
innit?
point where if you get drunk on the sauce, you can get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
Because it's that dangerous, and it comes with times. It's like someone will say, "Oh, but I'm Caribbean. What island are you from?" It goes all the way
Where
down.
you from?
to that.
From.
Where you from?
From.
You understand? So then you have people that claim they're African and Caribbean.
So what you're saying is the divide? Was it the divide and conquer? Was it divide and
It's,
conquer?
there's too much going on. When you look at other communities, one person will go to a meeting and represent thousands. Nobody's saying, I don't trust you. We want compensation for the damages that all of us have felt in this room. We're going to trust you to go and collect all of that money for the 3 of us, put in your bank account, and we trust that you will give us our fair share. How many people do that? And this is what other communities do now. They send one person to represent all of them. So let's say then there's 6 different communities in the room. Each of the trusted communities will have one person speaking on their behalf, and knowing that if 1,000 or 10,000 pound come back, every one of us will benefit from that. And if we can't physically get any money, we could then make suggestions
of how it's spent.
On how it's spent.
No, I get that. So what? I'm about solutions, though, big man. Because this year I thought 2023 is about access and abilities, and I want everybody to try and access their abilities, innit? So wherever you are and wherever we can do, that's why I'm going to bring in the big man, innit? Because at least you've been around the world and
use us for example. Then use me and you. How long have I been getting onto you to start doing your thing?
Long, bro.
Yeah, to the point where you were getting on my nerves. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm saying to you, Brad, New Year's coming, you can't help the world. Do your thing, you got your family set up there, build the thing and make the thing grow. Whenever you need me to play my role, I'll come and play my role. And next man now will be like, boy, why is my man coming in this section? He's already got the music thing, he's already got the comedy thing on lock. They've got TV show on ITV, him and his woman got shot. Why? They come in to invade our space. That's how next man looking at it. Because can't you leave something for us? Why does he want everything?
Well, wait, finish it though. We got bare things. It's not even like you get me.
They're probably gonna watch this and get even more mad.
Yeah.
I feel like there's room enough for everyone because everyone's.
That's what I didn't know before. You get me?
Something different. And the point is, what I'm looking at is this: if all of us worked as a consortium, life will be easier. So.
What's a consortium now? Because some people don't know what a consortium. They're like, what? What's my consortium?
So, what is your turnover? What is my turnover? Let's put it together and apply for something bigger from Barclays. Or you know what? I'm going to apply for some money from the government. But within that bid, I'm going to factor in all 3 of us, what all 3 of us do. But before we put in the bid, we agree how much we will charge for our services. Yeah? And then we then decide whose bank account is that going in, because we know that we have to leave some tax because that person's account's getting a hit. That's how the bigger organizations move.
Operate.
Do you understand? And if you're a small organization, you're meant to come together. All 3 of us together, putting our network together, might worth nearly 500,000. But
I told them that. So I got our little consortium. I said we build a little community around us. We help each other. We work on our strengths, embrace our weaknesses, and all them kind of thing. There,
but trust.
Something always.
No,
comes.
Is
it trust or is it consistency first? I think consistency is the next thing.
I'll give you a joke. On the way here, I was speaking to someone that we all know. All 3 of us know her. And her heart is so big, yeah? I know you work with her in Christmas.
Cool. Go on. My G, that.
Yeah. And her heart is big. She wants to help the world.
I gotta do something now!
Yeah. And I said to her, what? Let me just ask you a question, just like the blue. I said to her, why are you doing this? You're trying to help the community, inspire them, put them on, give them knowledge. What do you get out of it? What do you actually want? And until I said that, that's only when I found out what she really wants to do. And I'm like, is that what you want to do? All right, I'm going to link you up with my man. Because what you want, I can't do that. I'm just doing it as, you know what, you're my brethren. I'm going to spend the day with you. We give back to the community and keep it moving. But after that, it doesn't drive me. I'm not getting nothing from this. I'm just taking a day out of my life to give back. But I know you want the whole insight. Do you understand? So I'm like, do you want to go in the prison system? Yes. I'm like, okay, I'll make it happen. You know, that's it done. Then you got the community and the prison together. But if we kept doing the community and I didn't ask that question, not only would I be getting annoyed because I can't see the point of this, continue. I now know what drives you. And a lot of the time, we don't ask each other, what is it you want out of this? It's like someone who asked me the other day, why you got a podcast? And I'm like, the podcast feeds into what I'm doing. I no longer have to beg the newspaper to do an update on any story that I'm doing Because I've got my own platform.
Mm-hmm.
People tend to behave when you've got a voice.
Come on now, hear that?
Yeah.
Because now you know,
That's a big one.
if I've got 10,000 followers and you get on my nerves today, and I want to wake up at 3 in the morning and turn the lights on and
And have a rant.
You know the Russell Brands and that, yeah.
And I will have a rant to my 10,000 people, and one of them puts it on TikTok. Listen.
Yeah, for real. The right algorithm, boy, that's gone clear.
And then what happens then? When it starts doing it, who picks it up? The Evening Standard. Because what does the Evening Standard pick up? Anything that's popular online. Then the other newspapers pick it up because you've had a rant that seems to be interesting to other people.
And that's how quick it can just go. That's how quick the thing can just turn around.
Yeah. But you have to be in the space. And another thing is moving with the times. I remember I was on Instagram and I'm posting something. It ain't moving. I'm getting mad. I'm like, right, why are you on there?
The man woke up in the night time like, man, no likes.
Like 10 likes. I'm like, no, I'm deleting all of you. You know, like, all of you celebrities with a blue tick, you're all useless. You're not even liking my thing. Get off. You know, when you start deleting, then you feel powerful because you're like, I've got more people following me than I'm following. Delete some more. Then you're like, all right, let me put it on Twitter. Twitter gives you a bit more oomph. You're like, right. Put on Facebook. Your aunties and uncles and cousins are all on there. So they just press like for no reason. So you feel a bit good because your auntie that you don't even see.
That. It's not wife, that ain't the one.
Okay. Then you go over to TikTok now. You put it on, you got like 10,000 likes, messaging, everything. You're like, rah, I feel famous right now.
A lot easier.
And then you realise certain platforms is not for what I'm putting on there.
So many different avenues now. And that's what we got. This is what it is. It's about sharing. I'm literally sharing and winning and helping each other to, you know what I'm saying? Because you got your platform and I love what you're doing with yours. And you've had some hitters on there and some deep conversations on there. I'm like, right.
So I wanted to ask, did Piers Morgan reach out to you? How did that
So
work?
what happened is,
that man is get some nerves, man.
We'll go viral. Put it as Piers Morgan reached out to Gwenton, we get 100
that's it.
likes straight away. So what happened with the Piers Morgan thing? I try and stay close with journalists because you never know when someone going to mess themselves up and try and play with you. So when you play with me, I'll ring up my journalist friend or text them throughout the night. And what I'll say to them is, let me know if you want this first. All of them, they all get a group message. Let me know. Yeah, you know, like, I broadcast all of them. Let me know who wants the front page. They're like, Gwenton, please, wait till I wake up in the morning, give it to me. I'm going to speak to the bosses. I'm like, you know what? Oh, what? Let's say something's come out about the government or someone else on that day. I can't get front page. I'm like, well, I want double page spread then. You know, like you start calling the shots now.
Negotiation.
Now, what do you mean? Or give me page 5, because page 5 is bigger. So I want page 5 or double page in the middle. I want the whole middle. Talk about me and what amazing things I'm doing in the middle. And put a picture, some poster, so people could rip out the middle page, put on their wall. You know what that one? I got in the jail. I got in the jail and man have got me out. Double spread on the wall. They're proud. You get me?
Yeah.
So I always stay friends with journalists. So when they ring me, even if I can't help them, because some of them do some dodgy stuff. And I know there's certain man dying for fame. Yeah. So let's say I know a man around the corner there, he's dying for fame. He just sits on his hand waiting to be famous. When they ring me and they're like, do you know someone that will talk to camera? I'm like, yeah, go talk to him. So now he looks good in the workplace because he's called his contact and his contact's giving him a direct link that's going to talk all sorts of madness. And it looks good. So now when I need something now, you owe me for the last 10 things that I've done. So the journalist rang me up and said, I'm no longer at RT. Remember, with all the war going on with Ukraine, they've stripped all Russian stuff from it. So RT is no longer here.
Matters.
So with the RT, I had a direct link with them. Anything happened, even if it happened just now, they've got their camera crew coming out in the night to meet me and film. So RT's gone. So the guy's now gone to Piers Morgan show. Was it News?
Uncensored.
Something TV. I forget what
something.
it's called. Whatever it's on. We're not pushing the channel.
Yeah, ban that.
Yeah, they're not sponsoring. So they've called me up and said, we want to talk about smacking. Obviously, checked out my history. I've grown up in Jamaica, whatever. So I'm like, yeah, I'll talk about smacking. Because you have to play the game, innit?
Yeah.
They're like, no one wants to admit that smacking's going to be good. So I'm like, I'll come on and do that. You get me? So they're like, where are you? We'll send the taxi for you now. I say, you have to wait. I'm having like lunch in London Bridge. Send the taxi when I'm finished. So I said to him, make sure the taxi's outside when I've done my food. You know what I mean, man? Because you have to remind them, don't try and treat me like I'm desperate. You've begged me.
Yeah, they will though, innit? As they do.
So I come out now and I said, no, go and Piers Morgan. We've gone to TK Maxx, buy the 3-piece. You know what I mean, man? Spend money I didn't want to spend, you know what I mean? But I'm like, it's Piers Morgan, we have to...
Show up.
So gone down there now, we're there and we've gone on and I can see my man's vibes. I forgot what kind of guy he is. So when I'm in the waiting, like they give you your own little room and all that. But when I'm in there, my brain is like, rah, this is how I'm going to have my studio. You know, like I'm looking at the way it's going and I'm like, this is how I want my studio, like this. You get me? When we get to that level, you know what I mean? And he's beating the person that's up before me. I'm like, don't watch that. When I got there, I know you gotta try it. I'm gonna give you something. I come here for 17 seconds of fame. So, yeah, don't worry about that.
Check the. Sorry, quickly just check the.
Yeah. On? Yeah. Yeah, so I've gone on there, but I've already know what I've come for. I've come to say my one thing, or I just run for the mayor of Hackney. That's all I went on there to say. Everything else.
It's live, right?
Listen, I phoned that everyone. I'm like, I want Piers Morgan. I tell you what was funny of that. Enough people was cussing me out. Why you on that horrible man show? Yeah. He done this to Meghan Markle. I'm like, be quiet, man. Piers Morgan, bad boy. But they're not understanding. I've been out of the spotlight for a while. So I have to come back on top.
Like, yeah.
So I've gone on there now and the man's talking about his paddling and all that. And he's, remember, I've already agreed to play the game with him. Piers, I don't care if you see this, so what? So I think, you think I'm one of them other little guys where you told them what to say and they come on.
Yeah.
So we've gone on there and he's waiting, he's looking at me, he's excited. He's like, say it, Gwenton. Say that you agree with me. See, when I open my mouth, if you see the look on his face, it's like, you're meant to be like, one, you get me, blood. You know, like all of that stuff. The guy's talking about stats and historical figures. That's not what you expected. You can see it in his eyes like, no, I've been set up. So we run down and we come back again and he's like, before it run out, one last bite at this guy. So he's like, yeah, Gwenton, what do you think? You grew up in Jamaica, what do you think? So I said, yeah, but also, I believe in being tougher, but you also have to give support. Because I've just run for the mayor of Hackney.
That's a clickbait.
Come on, listen. And when I was doing it, I looked him right in the eyes. Because what I'm showing him, this is what I come here for, not to play your game. Yeah? And all my family are watching. You know that man are like, oh my God, you smashed it. But then, what I'm trying to teach people again is this. Same thing like running the election. I've gone on there for a reason. This is Piers Morgan. The last time I'm on the TVs with who? Piers Morgan. Mm-hmm. You people are watching the Meghan Markle thing and forgetting my man is as big as it gets right now in the UK. Yeah. Check the levels. When you Google me, that's the last thing come up. So...
And it wasn't even that. When you're in the room and you're picturing yourself where you are, you're looking at the whole setup.
Come on, bro.
So you're thinking of the bigger picture on top of that as well. You get it?
So, I come off now. What happens next? Kanye West is on there. Because Piers Morgan's the place to be, uncensored.
Yeah.
Now everyone's ringing me, Gwenton, what? You was on Piers Morgan? That was ages ago.
See, it's
when
the
you was
algorithms that
cussing me out about Meghan Markle.
Man, like, yay, next week, now.
But because my man's on there now, no one cares about Meghan Markle. This is Kanye West. What? Then Andrew Tate's on there. I'm getting more phone calls. Gwenton, weren't you on Piers? I'm like, yeah, but when I was showing you the flow,
like,
you didn't get what I was doing.
The vision.
But now that Andrew Tate and
now it makes sense to you.
Ye's on there, it makes sense now. The move, you get what I'm saying? Because even the woman that I brought her on my podcast. The reason I brought her on from Animal Rebellion, the ones that were throwing the milk. I have never seen anyone do that before.
It's fascinating.
I was like, are you not scared of getting arrested?
They're sick.
Listen, we both know if that was certain people, you're getting broken ribs as you're getting
thrown. They know that as well. So they're good people though. They know.
So they're throwing the milk. They've even gone Harrods, throwing the milk in Harrods. And I'm like, how could you be in Harrods that brave? But the reason I brought her on is she didn't even get to speak properly. Mm-hmm. My guy was like on her the minute she opened her mouth, he was like, rah, 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 and you can see, them people there, they're like, bless, and they just want to put their point across. So I phoned her up.
She needed a voice.
And she was out the country, and I said to her, you know what? This was the whole reason I started the podcast, for people to come on that feel like they haven't got a voice. You could talk as long as you want. And I waited 2 months for her to come back, and she come on. And she talked. Even the head teacher that I was on with, he wants to come on and get a longer time. Yeah, so...
See, everything's working in it. So have you left the community behind then? If you said, you know what, I'm not doing any... Because you do a lot of work.
You know what it is? I'm tired.
Like,
no word. I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And I'm tired.
I'm tired no more.
And I feel bad sometimes because I feel like, I've left my man out there. Because certain time I'll buck up on you throughout the year and you're still there giving it 110%. And I'm like, boy, I'm tired, bro. Remember, I get up Monday to Friday, what am I doing? I'm in the community saving and preserving life and I'm in the madness. So when someone's talking about give back to the community, I'm like...
You're doing your bit. You're doing your bit.
There's only so much you can do, but you're doing your part.
And the thing again is this. How long am I gonna... I'll give you an example. I put on free training. 3 people turn up.
Okay.
But everybody's dying. So I say, no, I'm gonna run this for 4 or 5 months. But on a Friday night, I'm on the live with like 100 people on the live. Yeah, let us know the address. We're gonna come down and we're gonna support. On the day, 5 people turn up. 2 people turn up. 1 person turn up. You're like, wait a minute, what? How much more am I going to give? Because I'm looking at some of our elders, they're 60, 70, and they're giving till they're mashed. I don't want to be like that. Let's be real now. We've been promised 72 years on this planet, if we're lucky. Anything over 72 years is overtime. Yeah? We've probably got more summers behind us than we've got in front. So what am I going to do?
Well, when you put it in that perspective. And we're going to have the hottest summer this year as well.
Where did 72 come from?
The scriptures. You understand? Yeah. So,
because they live longer
back in the day when they were eating from the ground.
Okay.
No processed food and stress.
Yeah.
On top of that. And illness.
And radiation. Everywhere we look, we've got radiation coming at us.
Yeah.
And all the darkness surrounding and gas prices and everything else. All of that impacts you regardless whether you try and block it out or not, unless you're going to get a caravan and go live somewhere for free on the caravan site. You understand? So it eats away with you. So if you look at the level of dementia and Alzheimer's, it's higher than ever before.
Yeah,
where people having mental health.
And then what I was saying about disclose people that are dying and you don't know. The first time I'm hearing for years that they don't know what's
but
they put undisclosed or nothing found.
But look at Bobby. Yeah,
just that.
No, but look at Bobby. We're not gonna bypass that.
No,
I spoke to Bobby on the Thursday. Me and Bobby are like that. So I spoke to him the Thursday, but he sounded funny. You know, like when a man don't sound himself, I'm like, that's a strange conversation. But I'm going Wolverhampton, so I'm not playing nothing to it. The Monday's meant to go and deal with a contract. And he's a man that if he says to me, meet you at 5 o'clock, he used to meet me in Brixton behind the Saturday bar.
Yeah.
And we used to drive to the prison from there because he's coming from north. So straight Victoria line, pick you up with God. And I've never had to ring him or check where he is. That's like me. If I say I'm coming, even if the world's blowing up, I'm coming. There's no, oh, I'm sorry. I don't do that. And I'm not on the, oh, I'm sorry, this happened. Because I know how it is when people come with this, oh, I'm sorry, this happened. Yeah. That's me. So when he died, I'm like, no, that's strange. Who did I get again? The journalist to fight the thing for me. So because the journalists, they went and made sure that he had a toxicology report. That's to check to see if he's been poisoned. Normally, you can't get that because I'm not family. I'm just your business partner. And if your family's agreeing, leave it alone, brush it under the carpet, who am I to say anything?
No, of course.
So I had to get the journalist to demand, to push forward. And he, up to now, we don't know what he died of.
And probably, for people that don't know, this guy, like yourself, he's just a twin. They call him his twin, basically. And I met him before.
In the prison,
He was one of them guys, and this is where we ain't got a lot of these man at the moment. I don't know where they at, but these are the guys that will pull you one side and say you can do better, and why are you doing this? And not go at you though, but he's doing it with love. And it is all the time. It's 24/7. So with my part of my business, he's the one of them guys that pulled me into the room and sat me down. Him, Paul Holton, Abdul Rob, and they were sitting there and said, "Nah, you got to do." And he always, the only thing that used to bug me about him, he always wore these oversized American clothes. That he didn't care.
He had his own fashion
own vibe, and his suits on, they're all oversized that. But he will
wear like a jacket the jacket's so bright you can't even wear it in summer.
Okay.
Bobby, where did you buy that jacket?
He just had to start, but his persona, whoever he was, it was
his own person.
He's amazing.
But one thing I tell you with him, you see his brain. We were born a day apart, you know. He's the third and I'm the fourth.
No way.
Yeah. And it's like, the guy's brain, I could say to him, you know what? I think we could do this project in Guyana or wherever.
He's already
costed up the thing, and I'm like, this is what I need, because I'm the guy where I'll come up with the ideas. You go deal with the technical part. I'll also deliver the ideas. But you deal with the technical part. By the time I wake up in the morning, he would already typed it up, priced it out, everything, and I'm going in the room because I'm the salesman. I'll sell you water, oxygen, whatever.
Do you think he burned out? I think that's what he did. That's what he always did.
Yeah, stress.
He done that for a lot of people.
Stress.
He was ahead of the time, too far. Like he knew what the problems were.
And praying as well. He's a man that loves praying.
Yeah, hard.
Certain time he would be like, I need to pray for you. I'm like, Bobby, I'm gone. My battery's dead. You know what? Because I'm not in the prayer right now. I'm mad. But yeah, a lot of people are mysteriously dying here, and no one can't tell you what it is. And now COVID's gone, they can't even say it's COVID. So it's like,
are they calling this new COVID?
The one you had the other day. She had the X5,
South London COVID.
Nah, there's some new thing, the way they've named it like a Terminator.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this? Yeah. But everybody catching it is mad. They're twisted. Yeah.
So, all right, with all the work that you do, and, you know what I mean, whether it's the community work, the politics side, what have you, did that have a knock-on effect with, like, your home life?
The work, how can I put it? Having a partner sometimes, you could be accused of cheating, yeah? Because until recently, where I've slowed down, I could get a phone call and I'm out at 5 a.m. You understand? And I might not be able to tell you where I'm going at 5 a.m. So you think, you're going to meet a woman 5 a.m. because it's like, it's not your business, because I could tell you something and you just having girly chat with your friend, not knowing that who I've gone to meet 5 a.m. is that person's family or whoever it is. And I'm now breached confidentiality because I've told you something. So it's like, back then it was like, you're cheating and, you know, all sorts of stuff. So it impacts even on your friendship. You get people talking about, why do you want to be friends with me if you got no time? You're like, whatever, man. I see you. You know, like, so it did for many years impact my life. But what I always say is this: if I'm with someone you don't trust me, then it don't make sense.
Yeah.
Because even if a woman come or man or whatever it is, and you're not even meant to worry about that. And if you're worrying about that, then you've got the issue, not me. Because if I'm with a woman and she won't go on holiday or go out with her friend, I don't care. Because if you think there's something better out there for you, go on. Go and have that. You understand? I'm cool. Just let me know so I don't be parked up, you're having fun. You understand?
All right, but then is that a communicate? Because what you're saying, you'd just wake up.
I would
You'd get a random call, not a random call, but a call that you mean.
Yeah, some of them, I would be like, oh, one of my clients has just been stabbed, I have to go.
Yeah.
But then there would be other calls where it's like, I can't even get into this with you. You get where I'm coming from? It's like, it does cause problems. Or like, look now, I'm out, you go home, you've got a partner that's jealous. Where you been?
Yes.
You know one of them ones.
What hair is that? What hair piece is that?
You know one of them ones. Or I've given you a hug. Next thing one of your hairs come off on my shirt. Exactly. I'm now cheating because which curly girl's hair's on your shirt? You know what?
You're taking it to DNA thing and testing it in that.
Like, or I'm asleep and you start asking me questions in my sleep. And I'm talking about a Sharon in my sleep. I don't know no Sharon.
It's just a case of
But yeah, how you can interrogate? How you can interrogate a man when he's asleep? So,
and them ones there when they wake up in the night, like, and you just this. That's the best time to catch us, though, isn't it? Tell the truth. Yeah. We're gonna tell you about yourself.
Listen.
Then. Yeah, try. What? Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, you're not going back to sleep because you don't wake me up.
Yeah. Let's have some reverse.
You understand?
No, that's mad. So you have to work. Work-life balance is not. You don't have no balance. Really.
I think what makes a good relationship is you have to have time out for yourself. Yeah, and as I said, now being a man in the community, women think that you're amazing, and you have to make them understand as well. I'm not available. You understand? Anyone watch you, I'm not available. If you no,
I don't, because
no, you have to.
Yeah.
Why are you pointing like that?
Yeah.
So you know, three fingers are pointing back in the way you went like that. It's making you know it.
Yeah, every finger, they're all pointing at you.
No, you have to be like, why not available?
Exactly. No, he goes into, let's say, single parent homes. Yeah.
You know what? Let me defend him on that.
I'll go on there, please.
You know, that is the most dangerous part of this job. I tell you why. I've got a saying that I say to all my staff when they first start. I say to them, listen, we're here for the young people. We're not here to fix boilers. Then they're like, what do you mean by that?
That's quite big though.
The minute you walk in that house as a man, remember, we're not broken enough. If you look at certain men, they're broken, shriveled up. No one don't really want them. And if somebody wants them, they must have money or they're desperate. So to find a man that look like, and make it worse, if your man leave the yard, you're looking at him thinking, I don't want you to leave, but I know you have to go work. Imagine what a next woman's seen when her door busts.
Oh, wow.
And the man walk in there and say, oh, you man, fix up yourself. And you... She's like, oh, when you moving
this in my house.
You know, like when you moving in.
And then you sees it as well. Like, mum.
Yeah, like mum, behave yourself. And I think that is one of the biggest thing where I used to have parents ringing me all sorts, complain about their partner, all that. And you get to a point where you have to shut it down, where I'm not here for that, because they won't understand the cut-off point.
Yeah, no, it's 100%. I've had to learn the hard way.
So you're basically setting boundaries.
Yeah. You have to, and whether they like it or not.
Because many of the youths, the problem ain't the youth, it's the parents.
The parents.
And then you have to do it. Yeah, I want to deal with the parents though, but then you can't deal with the youth like dealing with the parents. But then the more that this parent sees you is the more that they don't want you to leave. Because that's what happens. Let's be real. You go in the house, it goes from, do you want a bottle of water?
The next thing you know,
tea and coffee,
you've
and then
got a cup there.
A whole plant
Like,
is being
you've got
fried.
a cup, you know, like...
Not even today, I didn't even touch that. Even today, yeah.
I don't know about no planting in it.
After that, I didn't know. No planting was fine.
I can't help you at that
No
part.
planting was fine though. But no, I went in the yard today and the woman was anti from early. Obviously, she's vexed about the situation.
Yeah.
She's got mold, she's problem. I'm coming to fix it. Are you coming to fix it today? Yeah, I'm coming to fix it today. I need to come and look first. But you got no tools. I'm gonna come in my tools first. I like to analyze the situation, know what tools are. And I don't, do you fix anything else? I'm thinking, wow, but your yard's nasty. Like, why are you moving? But anyway, I didn't go into. But she had a daughter there and boom, boom, boom.
And a son. You know what I'm saying?
No, there's no son there. There was just two daughters.
There was a son there.
No, there's no son. That's the only thing. So the whole dynamics for the yard was a bit mad, isn't it? But you see what I said to Shanna, what I see is like how a man, only time I go into a yard, it's how a man fits in. Like, automatically start to see how I fit in.
Yeah.
I saw the daughter, she's ill. Says she's ill. But she went ill. She just taking a day something mad like that. And I'm thinking, the woman, mum's tired.
Yeah.
She couldn't bother.
She probably got exam or something.
All these kind of mad things going on. So when I went in the room, I said, hi, you're right. And I naturally engage with young people. I don't know why it is. I always have to engage with young people talking. So what do you want to do? Like, I don't know, you know. That's the worst thing I hate when they say that. You know, I get vexed. Like, well, I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? I said, come man, what do you want to be at the age of 9? And most kids do know, but there's something that happens during the time, they change. She goes, I want to do this. I said, you know what? And I'm fixing the thing, I'm doing that. Mum's like, now her attitude and demeanor's all changing.
Power down. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then she actually, you know, I apologize for she tried to make a sly comments because you left the bathroom dirty. I said, no, I never did that.
Yeah. I
said, I clean up after me all the time. And one thing I know, she goes, I said, you're one of them guys. So now the thing, everything's kind of, she's apologizing for her behavior, but I get that.
Yeah.
But I told Shannon I'm all about the children. Now I could have just gone in and just done the boiler thing that you said, just gone and fix what it is, but my heart can't do that for some reason. You get what I'm saying? Like I will sit there and say, you know what? She goes, there's nothing to smile about. That's why she said that. She goes, nothing to smile about.
That's what the daughter said.
No, the mum said, but she goes, you know, sorry for but she goes, and I said, you shouldn't be like that, man. You've got to smile through situations. She goes, there's nothing to smile about. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Then the conversation, you know what I'm saying?
It's also it's hard, man. It's also you as a person, and I think one thing we have to do is look at ourselves, and it brings the energy that some people wish they had in their house. You understand? So it is then about keeping your boundaries with them and making them understand that this ain't ever gonna happen. You understand? Because even certain man, you go to the yard, the man start fancy you because you understand what I'm saying. So, and it's what it is. You get what I'm saying?
The energy is contagious, isn't it? Yeah. Some people can get addicted to the energy that I guess you sometimes can just naturally give off.
Yeah. Nah, it's not. It's hard out here, man. It's hard, man.
But nobody ain't ever fry me no blood in.
You know, like that.
No. I'm just saying. I was using it as a
Why did that come up in your head?
I was using it as a part. It's just
smell his jacket for planting when he come back.
Circles. I like circles.
Yeah.
Circles. I like the cut circles and that.
Yeah,
nice cut. No. But just because this year I'm talking about accessing and abilities, and I just want to put out there for people to start best way to access their abilities and what they want to do. So you've always been a person that just goes go get it and go and get it. But there's some people out here that we know they've got abilities and beyond whatever, and they're stuck in a rock at the moment. Especially with cost of living. I know you wrote half wrote the book. Did you write the book with Winston or the credit crunch thing?
I think it was a chapter in there.
Yeah. So you know what things have you exercised in your life that could probably help people to access, be like yourself in a certain way to just get
what I would say is be ready to sacrifice. So
what does that look like though, man?
What sacrifice means is this. If you got a big car, go buy a small one. Yeah?
Okay.
Certain time I'm in my car, you see me with and the man's like, why are you in that car? It shuts off at the lights. It saves me electric. The taxi's cheap.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
if I'm driving my other car in the weekday because I want to show off, I can't afford that.
Right.
So stay in your lane. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah.
Also as well, know what's for you. Yeah, certain things that people try to ask me, can we partner up? I know that's not for me. So I will help you, but I don't want to be a part of it because it's not for me. And I'm not going to get involved in anything that's not for me. You understand?
Yeah, I'm learning that lesson, but I'm learning that today. Even today, someone come, can we do this and that, bro?
No.
You lead, I don't mind helping you and giving you little advice, but man ain't in that.
But again,
then it's the whole that.
What does helping become? Helping becomes you being a partner.
Still being involved, yeah.
And it's about saying, look, I'm busy right now. My thing is, because I'm in Isle of Man sometime, even today I'm in the Isle of Man. You know what I mean?
We're shooting from the Isle of Man. I had to go to him. In the whole set there.
Yeah, and the whole family is in Isle of Man. Because when people know you're not accessible, they start asking for everything. And I think that's what people need to learn, that you've also trying to build your empire with your family. So if I'm over here trying to build your empire or helping you give back to the community for the rest of your life, when am I gonna... By the time you're 60, you're meant to be relaxing. I don't want to be like the rest of the people in the community, 60, 70, running around complaining about the government and all that. I don't care if they watch this and get mad. I don't want to be 70 years old, complaining about the government and blaming everything on the racism. I'm not on that.
All right, cool.
Yeah? I'm on a different thing. I'm like, I will go make money so I could help somebody else. If it's a man says to me, you know what, I need a £500 or £1,000 to start something, I might say, come check me in June, I'll give you that. But I don't want to tell you about, it's because of the government and the racism. This is why we're broke. No, that's a disease. I want to be around the next man where it's like, you're like, you know what, this is what I'm doing. How could we use each other to make paper? You understand? And that's it.
That's all you're saying. What was the first? So the first one was, so
find out what's for you.
Find out what's for you.
Sacrifice. Yes, you have to sacrifice.
Sacrifices are matters though, but you know, like,
people want to fake it, but like faking things gonna make you go broke.
All right, I'll give you an example.
Ain't that fake it till you make it? You do that.
No,
like that one,
January. Yeah, I have to pay my taxes right now. So my youths, everybody knows. This month we're down. Next month we're back to normal because I'm gonna get slapped with the tax. So certain things that normally run every month, Christmas just went. I've got 2 youths' birthdays in the same month, so it's like having Christmas twice. You get what I'm saying? So it's like we're down. So now we're down. Wait till February, we'll be back to normal. But you can't then get mad with me because I'm saying, listen, when I'm down because I'm the man that makes it happen. Nah. And once you've got your youth or your family understanding that, when I'm back up in February, then we all live good again. And that's what I call sacrifice. There always has to be a time where it's like, you know what, I'm not even leaving the yard again because I don't want to put petrol in my car tomorrow. Because whatever I'm going out for tomorrow could be done over the phone. Or you will ring me to draw me out my house to help you on your thing. I'm not leaving to waste my money to come out my house.
As soon as you leave out the house, you're going to spend money on something.
And even your time, the time that you spend coming out your house, you could have used it to do something else.
Nah, 110%.
Yeah. And these are the things that if someone said to me, what would you do to make sure that you end up at that point? I will say, make sure you got somebody that will have you if you're down as well. Yeah. So let's say you're waiting on invoices. If you can't say to your missus, give me your card, let me go and put petrol in my car, that don't make sense.
Nah, this is part of the show, yeah? Obviously, that someone from a previous show has set a question to the next guest, innit? Okay. So this is what she said in that. You might know her voice anyway.
If you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do?
If you knew you wouldn't fail, what would you do?
If you knew, I'll take more risk.
Wow. You're not going to think about the question first before you answer it, big man.
No, that's it. The answer's
nah.
But then what would you be risking?
That's a mazzy. Man just went straight in that. You didn't even think about it.
The thing is this. Certain times you don't take risk because of the fear of failure. If I know I'm not going to fail, I'm taking risk on everything. You understand? Because the more risk you take, all you could do is fail.
So
if
it's
I'm
the
not
fear
afraid
of failing.
Yeah. No,
But do you have that now,
it.
though?
I get it.
Do you have that fear now?
Yeah, certain things I'm cautious
Okay.
about. Like I'm meant to go and set up something in another country, and I'm like, you do set it up a little bit before I leave, because I want to make sure that when I get on that plane, it's already rolling. I don't want to come there. I know, but that's just the way that.
But I've seen our brother put everything here set up, and he's all right now.
I'll never do that. I tell you why. I don't know if I'm going to get another run. And what I mean by another run, at this moment, the way that I've set up my company and my life, I'm good. I'm not going to risk that to start again.
All right.
I started again 3 years ago. I lost everything. Every single thing I was down. I was glad that I was able to come back at it like nothing ever happened. But is this my last run?
Okay.
And I don't want to risk that. And then it is my last run. And then I'm like, Gwenton, why did you take that risk? Do you
think there's any risk that you could take that you're going to really regret?
If the odds is 70-30 to me, then yeah.
Okay.
I'm willing to lose 30%.
Yeah, an example, isn't it?
Yeah,
a crude example, but like that, we know that if I know personally, if you said I'm gonna set up something in another country, I know you could fully do that, and probably up the levels.
And so do I, but because of fear is a protective factor.
So
the fear always, it's like anxiety. Some people say, I've got anxiety, I can't do this. The anxiety is what stops you from going over. I'm not afraid of going over. I don't like planes. I'll give you an example.
Is it?
I don't
They're
do
long,
planes.
They're long, innit?
I don't do funfair rides.
I don't do that no more.
Yeah, anything that...
What, like high funfair rides or just fast?
You do what? What about theme parks? Do you theme parks though?
No.
You don't do theme parks?
Theme parks are worse than funfair.
No, funfair is the circle thing. But funfair is...
that I feel, even Dartford Bridge, when I was coming here, I'm like, oh God, if it drops, I'm in the water, you know? So I don't even like the bridge because I'm out of control going over the bridge, you understand? So it's anything that makes me feel out of control, I don't like. Yeah?
That could be a woman though. A woman can do that.
Then I'll break up with her.
She gotta go.
You know, one of them ones. I'll quickly run off. I mean,
don't cramp me up.
No, that's
the Isle of Man. You know what I'm doing?
That is jokes. Nah, that's jokes. Nah, that's cool. I get it. All right, so you've got to answer a question to the next guest into that camera, like, and tell them, yeah, they got to you got to answer them a question now. Quick now, say where you went. Quick with the answer on that question.
So what I will be asking the next guest is, if you could sacrifice everything for someone, who would it be?
Oh, wow, they in their head they're thinking that could be a mazzy. That would be a mazzy. Don't answer it for yourself. That's a mazzy. Who does that?
What? If you could sacrifice everything for someone, what? Someone that's dead?
No, not someone that's dead. Could be anyone. Could be you're answering it for them.
So I'm
what would you?
You want context behind it. You can't have context behind it. It's not about that. They've got to make their own context.
What are you willing to sacrifice? No, that's not the question.
Just lose everything
for a person.
For somebody, who would it
Most are going to say like their child, aren't they, or their mum?
Nah, you could do that. You could say God. You could say God though.
But then you're sacrificing the rest of your youth.
Nah, don't answer the question, man, because it's gonna be. Nah, actually, that's a deep one. Still,
that's a deep one.
You're thinking about it, or you saying it's dumb?
No, I'm not saying it's dumb. I'm trying to understand it, because in my head, what the only person I'd be willing to sacrifice was for God.
I'll give you a joke. Yeah. It's like when it's all said and done, and the youths grow up, who you in the house left with?
Yeah.
All right.
This miserable.
Yeah.
Whoa. I'm deleting that.
So when it comes to the end of the road, it's just the two of you. What people would say 9 out of 10.
Sham will have another baby. 65. I swear. Sham will.
I'll have grandbabies by then.
Yeah, no.
65.
Well, we hope. With these kids, they look like they're not having it. They're not in it.
What do you mean? They should not look like they're in it. No, come on.
Oh, like we did.
It's good.
It's good though. That's good. No. I appreciate it for coming down, man.
Come on.
It's more like, yeah, thanks for. I have to give you a flowers, man, because what you're doing is amazing. We don't know the ins and outs, so whatever you portray and put out, I'm just hoping that someone's got your back as much as Bobby did as well. To get it.
Yeah.
So I hope you're not. You get me?
You know what it is? I got people around me that no one's gonna be Bobby. You know, one of them.
Do you talk to people though? You have man them that you go to, like if you got a man them that you could go and chat the thing.
I got people that I talk to, but no one's Bobby. You know, like it's a different thing when you and a man can be naked with each other, not naked physically. You know, one of them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Where a man will tell you transparent everything. This is how it is, and it's done. You don't go pick up yourself and go make somebody else that person. It's like me and you. The reason why me and you have stayed cool throughout the years, we've never got involved in the politics. Because if we'd have got involved in politics, me and you wouldn't be here today. You get where I'm coming from? And that's what people need to understand. It's about just being pure and liking someone, being cool with them for who they are. You understand what I'm saying?
I respect that. Now, thanks for all the little inboxes I get. Like, I get random ones like, yo, what you doing, fam? Like, you get me?
Yeah, come on.
I love it, man. And I appreciate it and all that kind of thing. So, do you want to do the outro? Do the outro.
No, I'm not still trying to hear about who's offering planting.
Circle one.
All right, so people, don't know the MySpace. Like and subscribe. Don't know. Big up yourselves. If I'm here next week, then boy, I'm hearing it. But
with a cocoa.
You still under that?
Let's put some mascara in it.